It's the middle of the night, and as two planes race through the sky, they have no idea that they're actually racing towards each other. The disaster that ensues is one of tragic devastation. A mid-air collision that the world won't soon forget. June 2002. The city of Ufa in western Russia is populated by both Christians and Muslims. And this year, its most outstanding teenagers have been chosen to go on a 2-week vacation, organized by UNESCO near Barcelona, Spain. They are among Ufa's most clever, athletic, and artistic children. Kirill Degchariev is a 14-year-old prodigy. He's been painting since he was 4 years old, has already had 2 public exhibitions, and is halfway through his new work.
He was very good at painting. He felt colors. He received good reviews. The trip sounded very exciting. That's why we agreed that Kirill should go to Spain. He just graduated from grade 9. He needed some rest, and it was a good opportunity for a summer holiday.
Alina Kananova is 12 years old and has won several gymnastics competitions.
We were very glad for her because indeed very smart and very talented children were flying there. All extraordinary children in terms of their personalities. She studied very well, and she got only excellent marks. I remember that she was pleased to go on the trip. She loved getting ready for it. She was so excited. We purchased some clothes and some vacation stuff. As she was born, I informed my husband, and he cried because he was happy to have a daughter.
The 45 children from Ufa, accompanied by a few teachers, leave on a train to Moscow, where they'll catch their flight to Barcelona. But in Moscow, things start to go wrong. The tourist agency accidentally takes the children to the wrong airport, so they miss their plane. While the agency tries to sort out the mess, the children go sightseeing in the Russian capital. It takes 2 days to charter another jet, and finally, they're on their way to Barcelona. On July 1st, 2002, the children from Ufa board their plane at a Moscow airport. The Kaloyevs aren't part of the school group. They're going on vacation to visit their father, an architect finishing a project near Barcelona. Five Russians are flying this plane. The captain is Alexander Gross, who's been a pilot for more than 30 years.
Alexander had a good theoretical knowledge. He was very smart.
The first officer is Oleg Grigoriev, the airline's chief pilot. He's on board to evaluate Captain Gross's flying.
If you did something wrong, some captains would criticize you very rudely. Others would be very formal and polite. But Oleg Grigoriev would express his disapproval in a gesture, like that, meaning, why on earth did you do that?
Captain Gross holds the controls, but Captain Grigoriev is his supervisor. If something goes wrong, who'll take charge of the situation? Sitting in the left rear is Murat Itkilov, who isn't officially on duty because Grigoriev is in his seat. Since he'll be promoted from first officer to captain soon, his opinions are considered.
Murat был профессионален как пилот. Любил летать.
Murat was a very professional pilot. He loved to fly. Murat was interested in the new stuff in aviation and always kept up to date on the most progressive things brought in.
Just before 11 that evening, Bashkirian Airlines Flight 2937 leaves Moscow. The plane is a Tupolev 154. Like most modern aircraft, it's equipped with TCAS, Traffic Collision Avoidance System.
Descend, descend, descend.
TCAS works because all commercial aircraft carry a transponder which sends a constant stream of radio signals that identify and locate them. TCAS listens in and calculates whether any of the planes are on a collision course. If they are, it tells the pilot what action to take to avoid collision.
Descend, descend.
If air traffic control fails to notify the cockpit, TCAS is their last line of defense.
Clear of conflict.
Hundreds of miles away in Bergamo, Italy, a Boeing 757 prepares for takeoff. Flying for the international freight company DHL, it's heading for their base in Brussels, Belgium. Flight 2937 from Russia will cross its path over southern Germany. The DHL 757 has only 2 people on board, Captain Paul Phillips from the UK and First Officer Brant Campioni from Canada, who's due to fly the next leg of the journey. At 6 minutes after 11, the DHL takes off on what will be its last journey. At the SkyGuide Area Control Center in Zurich, Switzerland, the busy day shift is ended and the night shift is reporting to work. Peter Nielsen is an experienced controller who's been doing the job for 8 years. The center regulates air traffic in southern Germany as well as northern Switzerland. Tonight, there are only 2 controllers on duty, but the traffic in their sector is light, so Nielsen's colleague decides to take a lengthy break. Peter Nielsen is now responsible for all air traffic on 2 radar screens, which sit several feet apart. Just after 11, 2 SkyGuide technicians arrive to carry out maintenance work on the main radar, which will not only drastically slow the screens down, it will also keep them from providing a visual 2-minute warning if planes are getting too close to each other.
Thai Inter 933, route Trotzig and Allgäu. Bavarian 350, descend flight level 270.
The engineers now tell Peter that they also have to shut down the telephone system. And they switch over to the standby phones. No one realizes the extent of the disaster that is to come as a result of this action. Russian Flight 2937, filled with school children, is now flying over central Germany. Captain Grigoriev gets final clearance from the last German control center before they cross south into Switzerland.
128.05, Bravo Tango Charlie 2937. Goodbye.
The German controller hands over the Russian plane to SkyGuide, where Peter Nielsen is at the helm. Meanwhile, the DHL plane is climbing north over the Alps, entering Swiss airspace.
Zurich, radar, good evening. Dilmun 611, I'm climbing flight level 260, direct Obasi.
DHL Captain Paul Phillips requests clearance to climb to a higher altitude. Thinner air provides less air resistance and saves fuel.
Roger, climb flight level 320. Direct Tango Golf Oscar and requesting 360, thanks, if it's available.
Dilmun 611, climb flight level 360.
The DHL reaches flight level 360, or 36,000 feet, the same altitude as the Russian plane. They're on a collision course, but they're many miles apart. So far, no danger.